Hello, I hope this video finds you well. Today I wanted to take some time to talk to you about beneficiary designations. This is within the realm of estate planning, which is all about making sure that we get assets to the right people at the right time with as little issue or delay as possible, namely probate. So this is going to be part one of a two-part video. Today, I just want to talk about beneficiary designations, primarily for IRA assets, bank accounts, those types of easier designations that will avoid probate. In the next video, I'm going to go into some more detail about inherited. So on the other side, when you inherit, particularly an IRA, because there have been some new rules. So stay tuned for that video. Common mistakes that we tend to see around beneficiary designations. First and foremost, just not having a beneficiary designation. This automatically will ensure that the assets go through probate, which obviously we don't want to have happen. One of the other common mistakes that we see is generally we have a primary beneficiary. Oftentimes this will be the spouse. But not then having a contingent beneficiary. So contingent beneficiaries can only receive any portion of the asset or the account if all primary beneficiaries are deceased. So it's a rarity, but better safe than sorry. Stereotypically again, we're going to see children on the list of contingent beneficiaries. Also, not updating beneficiaries. So as major life events happen, marriage, having any additional children, getting divorced, or if someone does actually pass away, not updating those beneficiary designations. And then to a lesser extent, we sometimes see deviations between what we might see in something like an estate plan, like a trust, and then something different on a beneficiary designation for an IRA. And these beneficiary designations, they do rule the day. So no matter what is inside of a will or what is within a trust, whatever a beneficiary designation form has listed on it, that does rule the day. So those are kind of the generalities. One additional detail that is not often spoken about is the difference between, and these are Latin words, what's called per capita or per stirpes. So what does this mean? Per capita means that, let's say that you have two primary beneficiaries listed. We'll just use your children as an example. And let's say that one of the children passes away. Do we want that inheritance to remain at that level with the children, meaning, child one passes away, child two then inherits all of the assets. So that's per capita or by the head is what that Latin term means. Versus per stirpes, if in the same example that first child passes away, then instead of their assets going to the other beneficiary, those assets actually then extend down to their lineal descendants, in most cases their children. So per stirpes means by the stem. So you follow the stem down the family tree, if you will, to that beneficiary. So the default is per capita, where the beneficiary designations and the assets remain within the head, if you will, or at that higher level. You actually have to choose the per stirpes designation if you want it to extend down. So as you're checking beneficiary designations, you might want to see if they correspond with your wishes. A little bit more detail, we certainly can have a trust as a beneficiary designation. Going into a little bit more detail, trusts obviously are very customized documents. They are meant to give you more flexibility. If then statements can be built into them versus just a standard beneficiary designation, which is, of course, only meant to really make sure that we avoid probate. So you can have a lot more control. You can have lots of conditions built within. They can be updated, and this is true for any beneficiary designation. Even a trust. So an update with regards to Schwab, a little bit different from TD Ameritrade. Schwab actually does allow beneficiary designations to be updated by you. If you were to log in, you can update that beneficiary designation. We generally request that you don't. We do like to have those forms on file just as proof of that beneficiary designation, again, because this is such an important topic. And also, obviously, we don't want there to be any mistakes made on that beneficiary designation. Obviously, I'm just as interested in making sure that your wishes are carried out as you are. And so reaching out to me to have a conversation about beneficiaries, please do. I'm always available to have those conversations to make sure they are appropriate and correct, and we can walk through any questions that you have, or even whether a trust might make sense for you to have. And obviously, we want to have confidence that those designations are correct as well. So that's all for now. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to walk you through, and look out for part 2. We'll go dig into some additional details with regards to what are known as inherited or beneficiary IRAs. Thanks for now. Bye-bye.